Welcome to next in the StrainSense how-to video series. In this video we'll demonstrate how to remotely control Davitron's Oxygen data acquisition software using SCPI over Ethernet and the Oxygen SCPI app. This is demonstrated using the TriNet data acquisition front end and a linear potentiometer. This is applicable to any Trion-based data acquisition system using Oxygen software, and is particularly applicable to test cells where the data acquisition system needs to be integrated into a wider operating system. In Oxygen we go to the system settings page and the remote control tab and enable remote control, and then select SCPI over Ethernet as the active protocol. We then go into the Oxygen SCPI app and first of all set up a connection using the loopback IP address and the port number, and we get an indication both in the app and also in Oxygen that the remote connection is active. In the General tab in the app I have a number of setup management tools available. I can load a setup, and I'll now load a demonstration setup to allow us to view the linear potentiometer via the TriNet. We now see in Oxygen we have a simple setup consisting of a recorder chart, and I can simply generate an input on the linear potentiometer and we'll see graphical indication that it's working. From setup management we can also set a file name that data will be stored under. We can also query the full channel list in the TriNet, so we can see the linear pot here and we'll use that later on in the measurement values page. We can also control recording from the app, so we can start recording. Oxygen is now storing data and we can generate a signal. We can pause recording. We can also enter commands using the user command box. And Oxygen will resume recording. In the measurement values tab we can view data both numerically and graphically, so we'll take the linear pot as an example and drop that into channel 1. We set the aggregation rate at 1 millisecond and we can start transfer, and we can now see the display of linear potentiometer measurement versus time in both the app and also in Oxygen. From the General tab we can also stop recording, and we get an indication both in the app and also in Oxygen that recording has stopped. The SCPI app is a building block available to download, and the command library is published in a openly available document, and the app can be developed further to develop a larger interface, particularly to a test cell application. We can also disconnect from the app and return directly to the Oxygen environment. This has been a demonstration of using the SCPI over Ethernet interface and the Oxygen SCPI app to remotely control Oxygen data acquisition software. The application enables integration of a data acquisition system into a larger test cell environment, particularly where automation is required. To discuss an application further, please get in contact with StrainSense and we'll be happy to provide additional information about the interface.